Hello everyone, and welcome to my first live YouTube video. I love to see you all here. Come join me, come say hi in the comments and let me know where you're from and what brings you to this video. And for those of you that are new here, I'll just introduce myself. So my name is Zoe Jean from Zoe Jean Coaching, and I support women from all over the world to master their mindset, build a deep connection with their body, regulate their nervous system, and create sustainable habits using the Rewrite Your Anxiety method. And this method is really, really important to me, and it's very close to my heart because it's personally what helped myself heal and my clients from all over the world. Because previously I suffered from chronic stress and anxiety, and I was stuck in there for 14 years because I just wasn't finding anything helpful. Nothing I could find would help me. I saw countless counselors and therapists and psychologists, and I was getting nowhere because it was mainly just, talking about my problems and in the moment stuff to help, like meditation, right? And at that point, I was chronically stressed and anxious. So trying to deep breathe and meditate just made me feel worse. And I just couldn't concentrate. I really, really couldn't concentrate. So 3 years ago now, I saw a life coach, and she's what helped make the big changes in me. She helped me rewire the programs in my subconscious mind that were causing the anxiety. And after I was able to do that, I knew I wanted to help women as well. I knew I wanted to become an anxiety and mindset coach and tailor to my programs and support women going through chronic anxiety, women that were in the exact same position to what I used to be, because it breaks my heart to know how badly I was suffering and to know how other women are suffering as well, and to know that they probably feel where I used to feel, where you just feel so lost and hopeless and like change isn't possible and like you're just broken and like nothing's working. And like it's just the way life's meant to be or going to be, when that's not the case. And I want to show you that. And I want to give you everything you need to heal and to make it sustainable and long term and to make it simple. No one likes complexity, right? And I felt like my journey was a bit more complex because I mainly had help just with the subconscious mind work, which is really beneficial, but I didn't have help to build a deep connection to my body. So I still didn't know how to connect to my body to get more present in the moment. I didn't know what feels good for my body. I didn't know, how to work out if meditation's good for me, if journaling's good for me, if dance classes are good for me. And I didn't know how to regulate my nervous system. So I still found myself being slightly on edge a bit and jumping at the slightest thing. And I found myself, being told to create morning rituals and create other positive, sustainable habits. But I just struggled because I didn't have that support to do so. I was just told to do that. And I'm like, yeah, this is complicated. This is hard. And this is not what I want. Like, I want that tailored support. I want that person to be there and to support me through all of this. So that's when I decided, when I started my program, so I'm going to give my clients what I got plus so much more, to make it as simple and sustainable process, and to make it simple. And that's why my habits are called sustainable, because they're positive and they're sustainable. They're habits that actually align with you and feel good for you, so you can maintain them. And you're also able to maintain them after doing the subconscious mind work, because your subconscious mind is no longer holding you back. It's no longer self-sabotaging you to bring you back to the programs of chronic anxiety and stress that it believes to be true, because you've removed those negative programs that have caused you to feel that way. So I'd love for you to let me know in the comments if this resonates with you, if you're stuck in anxiety and have a negative mindset and stress, and it feels like nothing you're doing is working. It feels like it's impossible. It feels like you're just broken and it seems so much easier for everyone else but not for you. If that's you, then let me know and keep watching, because this live is going to support you. So this live, I really wanted to let you know some 5 simple tips to follow when getting started on your healing journey. Because a lot of people give up because they overcomplicate it. They try and go from doing nothing to doing everything, and then it's not sustainable, so they give up. And maybe they listen to what 50 million different people are saying, and that also confuses them, causes more anxiety and more stress. And it's just an ongoing spiral, right? And that was me personally. Like, instead of just listening to one person and giving that a go, I'd get advice from 50 million different people, including Google. and it just made me feel worse, and it just made the process so complicated and lots of back and forward when it doesn't need to be. So I'm giving you these 5 tips to start following to make it as simple as possible when starting your healing journey. So number 1, actually commit to healing. Commit to healing 100%. Commit 100% that you're ready for this and you're willing to do whatever it takes. And that includes investing in yourself, because if you're not 100% committed, if you're not willing to do what it takes, if you're not willing to invest in yourself and put money towards it, then there's going to continually be lots of back and forward, and it's going to make it hard for you to actually get results. Because a lot of the times when you don't get results, it's because you weren't open to getting results and you weren't allowing to get those results. You have to be open to it and willing to get those results, and not have things getting in your way and self-sabotaging you, not having secondary gains keeping you from moving forward. So unless you're 100% committed, it's not going to work, and there's going to be lots of back and forward, stopping and starting. So if you want this to work, you have to be 100% committed. And if you feel you're not 100% committed, I invite you to ask yourself why. How can I become 100% committed to this? Is this truly what I want? And if it is, write down 10 to 20 reasons why you can be 100% committed and why you should be 100% committed. And that will help you get 100% committed. So therefore, you just go all in and get it done, rather than constantly moving back and forward, constantly having excuses that pull you off track and everything like that. So go all in, be 100% committed. And number 2 is to start taking self-responsibility for your life, for your actions and your inactions. Because everything we do, every action we take and every action we don't take, so inaction, is our responsibility. Yes, we can't control everything that goes on in the world, and we can't control what other people do to us or what happens in certain respects, but we can control how we react to it, what we hold on to, and what we let go of, and what we make that mean about us and about the world. So start taking responsibility for your life. Unless you're able to take responsibility for your life, you're also not going to be able to change, because if you don't, until you take responsibility, you're living in victim mentality, and victim mentality is not going to get you anywhere. If you want to rise, if you want to heal, you need to surrender to the process and surrender to God, surrender to the universe, or whatever you believe in. And if you're living in victim mentality, that is going to be very hard to do so. And then number 3 is create consistent habits. So sometimes, why you also finding it hard when starting your healing journey and when maintaining your healing journey, when actually moving forward and getting results, you start certain habits, but you don't maintain them. Maybe you start it because you thought it was the right thing to do, or someone told you to do it, but it's not sustainable because you don't believe in it, you don't enjoy it, you're not creating it into your day at a good timing, like you're not planning how it's going to fit into your day, then it's all gonna make it harder and more challenging. So commit to a consistent habit, even to start with one consistent positive habit per day, and fit it into your day at a time that works best for you. And also make sure it's something that you actually enjoy, so you're therefore more able to sustain it. And you can even practice starting this constant habit with habit stacking it. So habit stack it means stack it to a habit that you already do without thinking about it, and then it will start to become easier. So say it's having a glass of water in the morning. You can have a glass of water in the morning and then get dressed, for example, or get dressed and then have a glass of water. Like habit stack it with something you constantly do every day, like getting dressed. And then number 4 is to create self-trust. You're not going to be able to heal on your healing journey or create long-term sustainable results unless you trust yourself, unless you trust the process, trust yourself, trust that you know what you're doing and that this is possible and that you can surrender, that you can let go, that you can just allow whatever to come up. And yes, when you're new to your healing journey, self-trust can be very hard. It was for me as well. So this is something you start to learn after you say yes. So you say yes, you invest in yourself, you get that support, and throughout that process, you learn to gain self-trust in yourself. And it can also help to look at past experiences, past times past times that you did something, you made a decision or you did a certain action and it worked out well, where that can show you that you can trust yourself. And when you can see past times that you've been able to trust yourself and it's worked out, feel into it. Really feel into that feeling of trust, that you made the right decision, that you knew what you were doing, that you trusted yourself and it worked out well. The trust that you had in yourself was right. Feel into that, and that can also create more trust. And then the last tip is number 5 is to get a coach. Nothing changes if nothing changes. And if we could all heal on our own, there'd be no such thing as mental health illnesses. Even coaches need coaches as well. Don't think that you're broken or don't think that you're broken or you're failing or anything like that. If you need support doesn't make you weak. Support and getting a life coach actually makes you stronger, because it takes commitment, it takes belief in yourself, it takes trust, it takes standing up and rising and moving forward in your life. So getting a coach, getting support actually makes you stronger. Don't get caught in the beliefs that it makes you weak, because even coaches need coaches, and everyone is always growing and learning, and we all have new challenges that come up that we need to rise to and rise above. So even coaches need coaches. So if you're stuck, if you want support, if you're not getting anywhere in your life, then no, it's because you don't have that support system in place. And the support system is so, so important, to have that person to support you, to keep you accountable, to listen to you, and to have that person around you that's going to lift you up and bring more positivity in your life. And it's about getting that support to do that, and also to help surround yourself with positive, uplifting people, because we become like the people we spend our most time with. So another good way is to get a coach that is in the position that you want to be in, so they can help you rise and they can help you grow. And then you'll become more like them just by being around them. Because, for example, think about, there's so many times I've gotten silly catchphrases in my head by people I used to work with, because we become like the people we spend our most time with. So even notice that in your daily life. So you end up saying certain words that other people say around you a lot. And is that usually negative? Start to change it by surrounding yourself with positive people. And that can all start by surrounding yourself with a coach who is where you want to be. That's what I did. I invested in the life coach who was where I want to be. And then I invested in a business coach to help me grow my business, who was where I want to be. And her words I say a lot, like amazing, right, and stuff like that. There's certain even words I've noticed that I've picked up from her. So it's so, so powerful who we spend our time with. So choose wisely with who you spend your time with, invest in that support, and go all in. So I will just revise those tips so you all know. Number 1 is commit, 100% commit to prevent back and forward. Number 2, take self-responsibility for your life, because you're not going to be able to make long-term changes unless you take responsibility. Number 3, commit to consistent habits, create consistent habits. Create self-trust in yourself as number 4. And number 5, get a coach, get support, surround yourself with the people who are the way you want to be. Surround yourself with positive, uplifting people who are currently where you want to be, to help you get to that place yourself. And I'd love for you to jot down in the comments if this video was helpful, if it resonates with you, and if there's any of those tips that you struggle with the most, or what tip you're going to start implementing today. Because sometimes it can be hard to go all in and implement every single one at once. So let me know in the comments which one you're going to start with, whether that's going to be committing, going all in on your healing journey, whether it's going to be taking more responsibility, whether that's going to be creating a new habit, whether that's going to be teaching yourself to trust in yourself more and feeling into past times you've trusted in yourself and it's worked out. Let me know. And I can't wait to hear from you all and see you next Thursday. I'm going to be uploading regular videos on Thursday, regular lives on a Thursday. And I'll also do some other videos throughout the week as well when I feel called to, because I also love working in an intuitive way and in a trusting myself way. So I'll do the weekly videos, but then I'll also do extra videos when I feel called to. So thank you all so much for joining, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.